Students gathered outside the Oxford Union building in Britain's leading university city to hear Afghan President Hamid Karzai. Arriving in formal robes to a warm welcome, he told them that despite progress in Afghanistan since the end of Taliban rule, they still needed to tackle terrorism and poppy growing for drugs. That could only be done, he said, through cooperation with neighbouring Pakistan.
I don't think, ladies and gentlemen, we can succeed in the fight against terrorism unless, in the first place, Afghanistan and Pakistan begin to cooperate sincerely. Unless we pay attention to the sanctuaries of terrorism, unless we pay especially attention in Pakistan. Now, this is not a criticism. This is talking about reality.
He said after a tense period between the two nations, they were now more cordial in their negotiations.
We have worked on this for the past 5 years. There has been good and bad days between us and our friends and brothers in Pakistan, the government there. But for the past 6 months, there is an environment that I would call happily an environment of cooperation since we organized the Afghanistan-Pakistan People's Council. The civil societies of the two countries met. The Pakistani President and the Prime Minister both were there, addressed it. We are now on a positive note in the direction of our common fight against terrorism, backed by the international community.
He also praised Britain for its military support in Helmand Province, one of the most dangerous parts of the country, and for its continued financial backing.
To Afghanistan, to Pakistan, and now we talk of the extension of that to India. Britain has been the second biggest donor to Afghanistan after the United States. It's the second biggest contributor of troops to Afghanistan. It's gone to the most difficult part of the country. It has suffered losses. It continues to suffer losses. It's also been remarkably, and with a lot of gratitude, the only country that is giving 70% or more of its assistance directly to the Afghan government. So the money is spent through the Afghan government. In other words, it's a country that is actively enabling Afghanistan to stand on its own feet by allowing British money to be spent through the Afghan system and by trying to bring us security in Helmand and in the rest of the country as well.
While progress had been made in some areas, the Afghan president said priority had to be put in forming a common strategy, planning to a timescale, perhaps 5 to 10 years, in which to help rebuild Afghanistan.